Hey everybody, it's Yui from Blastin Stashin. I'm here all by myself again tonight because Mike had work stuff going on. You see, I'm going from a different area from my room just because I had to set up over here last Monday night when I was doing my this impromptu live stream where I was going through my books and stuff. So I didn't want to move my camera and everything over, so I was being lazy and left it right here. So you can see all this lovely stuff behind me, all my other side of the room that you never see. There's my Deadpool head going on. I don't know if he's going to go off in the background or not. I can get him to go off because I got my little app here. Let me see if I can pop him open here. Can't remember if it's under comic. Yeah, it's under gaming. So we got Double S in here and Sparks. Thanks for showing up. Let's see. Only this time. There we go. Should be rolling up here now. Where's it at? Tappy tap. Oh, not connected. Connect, man. So I'm gonna try and connect to my Deadpool. Hey, yo, we just finished up Rogue Sun right now. I have that book in my stack. I did not get a chance to read it after watching Batman last night. I was so exhausted. It was one of the books I meant to read Thursday night. So I did not get a chance to read it. My little says my toy not connected. What, my BFM Eagles didn't make it? Nope. Like I said, he said he had something work to going on. Um, yeah, so I do have Rogue Sun here. It's not a book that I read this week. I was it kind of through the bottom of my stack just because I read that book that came out last week, the one that had Rogue Sun in it. That's right here. That's Rogue Sun, but it had the Supreme whatever it was from Image. I got a new camera tonight too, so I'm trying this out. Little ring camera, looks like a little TikTok camera. So yeah, I have Rogue Sun. Let me know how Rogue Sun was. I might read that one tonight. Batman was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I had doubts going into it with Robert Pattinson being able to take that role on, but I think he knocked it out of the park totally, completely. Um, super massive. Thank you very much. Um, 3 hour runtime. I went with my wife, my son, my older son who's 22, and my daughter who's 13. And I wasn't sure they were digging because it it was very gritty, very dark, very compared to like even Dark Knight with Joker and all that stuff, the psychological portions of it. Um, but I thought it was absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see more. This is a Nexago. Nexago ring. It has a little ring light on there. I bought it for my wife for Christmas. Said she didn't like it very much, so I'm just like, I'll try it out. I'll try it out for myself. So that's what I'm doing. Um, Appropriate for 11-year-old. I think it was borderline not appropriate for my 13-year-old. There's some scenes inside a bar where they're taking drugs, and this is just me being a parent now. Whatever you choose, your parent, that's different. But there's some scenes where they're taking drugs. Some I forgot what they're called, droppers, or where they're dropping stuff in their eyes. There's the strip bar. There's no nudity, but there's women dancing, on a pole and all that stuff. There's one F bomb, but there's a whole lot of like, there's no blood and gore, but a lot of psychology, a lot of disturbing images with the Riddler taping people up to a bomb or killing them. So I don't know. For me personally, I would say no to that. And after it really got started, I was even hesitant to have my 13-year-old daughter there while watching it. So, but I think she enjoyed it. She was kind of lost in a lot of it too. I mean, it's pretty deep in the story, so that'd be another thing too. It's like hard for a kid to follow. It's not like your Batman and Robin where it's like a '66 Batman that's kind of cheesy and out there. It's definitely more of a darker take on Batman, even darker than, like I said, the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises. So even more so than that. Um, um, there is a spoiler for a sequel. There were no post credit scenes, but there is a website you can go to where you're like in the movie. He's talking to Riddler through this computer app thing he has on his wrist and answering riddles. And there's a website you go to at the end where you answer three riddles, and it takes you to a little clip, and it kind of gives a spoiler potentially to a Batman 2. So definitely, definitely good. I mean, that was a 3 hour long movie, so whew, it definitely was. I had a full thing of popcorn and a big thing of peanut butter M&Ms, which is way outside my diet, as well as a giant um, soda. So it was definitely. I was super excited to go see it though. I got my cool Batman popcorn tin. I should have brought it up with me, but I left it down inside my media room down there. It's pretty cool. Some other people have posted it on YouTube and stuff like that. But overall, definitely recommend it if you're a Batman fan. It's the dark, gritty noir detective movie. Really, that's what it is with this Batman kind of thrown in there. So definitely awesome movie. Go check it out. I was just telling my wife tonight. I think I want to go see it a second time in a movie theater, just because I want to have that experience again. But it's definitely one I'm going to be buying, and I think it's even better than Nolan stuff. So you have no expectations. Yeah, well, that's probably good. Even going to any movie nowadays, it's probably good to not have expectations going in there. But I like the bat suit a lot better. The cowl was far better than the Nolan. I don't like the Nolan cowl. The one that just has that little ring right here where his mouth is. I like this one where it's way open. You can see his jawline and everything. That looks really cool. Um, I said the outfit looks pretty badass too. Love the Batmobile, just because it has more of a grounded take on it. Now my son was saying, "There's no way there could be a turbine." Blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't care about that, but just the overall lines of the car and how it sounded and how it drove, really badass. Um, Probably one of my favorite Batmobiles too. I mean, outside of the '89 Batman, I mean, who doesn't love that? If you're a kid that watched the '89 Batman. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I guess maybe that's why my wife got rid of this camera, because it keeps kicking me off. I have to ask my dad if he wants to see it. Wife will have no interest. See, that's what I was worried about too. My wife going into it. I mean, she watches the superhero movies, um, but she's not like crazy into it like I am. And so the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm thinking like, oh gosh, she's hating this. This is just miserable for her. And we get out of the movie theater, and she's like, that was like absolutely awesome. She loved it too. So um, definitely good. And maybe it was Robert Pattinson. I don't know if she has a thing for Robert Pattinson or not. Um, not This is his second year as Batman, which is kind of cool. And not his first year, but it definitely is earlier in his career as Batman. Some of the tech he uses is pretty awesome in this movie too, and it kind of really shows some of that. Um, Colin Farrell gets totally absolutely lost as in the Penguin. You can't even recognize it's him at all. Um, and the guy who played Riddler, definitely a sadistic person. Is it Dano? Um, but I mean, I've seen him in some other roles too, like um, what was the name of that? I'm horrible. Why do I do this? Um, I've seen some other movies he's really good too, but this movie he's pretty good. The only connection that I didn't quite get is the final thing that Riddler has planned. I don't see where that fit in with the rest of the storyline of kidnapping and the corruption. I mean, I can see where it's loosely based on there, but the final piece de resistance of his ploy going in just felt, I don't know, just didn't I didn't like it as much. Um, Fight scenes are amazing, definitely amazing in there too. Some unrealistic stuff. Like I was talking to my son after the movie. There's no way that dude's going to take a 308 or a 5.56 round to the chest and not go through armor to kill him, or at least not have broken ribs or punctured lung just from the impact of a bullet hitting. So some unrealistic things that way. I mean, there's a scene toward the end of the movie he gets really hurt. Um, and it's like, okay, that might, I can kind of see where that fits into. But man, I've been going off on Batman for now about 10 minutes. Falcone, heard his John. Yeah, that's correct. Double S. Tarantino, I think his name is this, whatever it is. Let's jump into the books though. But Batman was absolutely awesome. Definitely recommend. Looking forward to, I said, maybe even seeing it a second time in the theater. But like, it's a 3 hour. It's a 3 hour thing. So I also read this week. I'm flipping through it here right now. Daredevil Woman Without Fear. This is number 3. This is still continuing to be good. This has that fight continuing on with oh my goodness, with that guy. I'm drawing a blank tonight. I'm kind of out of my element with Mike not here and everything else. Craven. She's fighting Craven, and the battle keeps going on. And Craven's kind of kicking her ass, but then she realizes, she needs to play on her terms, and then she twists the table and ends up kicking his ass. But this is definitely not the end of Craven moving forward. So this is still pretty good. I'm enjoying this. And then we get a little backup story, and we get a reveal of Punisher's new emblem on his chest. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes. Emblem. That crap right there. I'm not a big fan of it. And I know maybe it's meant to tie in with more of the ninja, the hand kind of thing. But overall, I'm not a fan of that design. And I know why they're changing it, because the Punisher logo is associated with a lot of other stuff politically, and maybe Marvel's trying to move away from that. Whatever. You can see a big old Punisher poster right behind me right there. And my good old Mike Zeck art prints right here. Punisher is absolutely one of my favorite characters, so it's kind of hard to see him getting changed outside. But I mean, that's the thing. Comic book characters change over time, right? Their design changes and all that stuff. But I'm still a fan of the old Punisher, where the chest goes down and the teeth move into, I guess they're just like stuff on his belt where it holds ammunition or whatever like that. So, okay, looks similar to the Ronin skull drawing, and that could be the case too, because like I said, he is going into working with the hand. Maybe that's it. She-Hulk number 2. Here we go. There's the main cover. Apparently, I got both covers. I only wanted the Gwen cover, and that's because of that right there. I love that Gwen cover. That Wolverine Gwen. Man, I got a big old gouge out of my knuckle apparently from work today. I'm dropping this. Other than maybe having some great covers like this Gwen cover here, I think I'm going to pass on this. I'm just not a fan of where the story's going. We got Jack of Hearts just talking about how he died and how he pulled She-Hulk's gamma away from her, and that's kind of how he died, and how he came back. She's saying, hey, you need to drink something. She's like, I don't drink. Hey, you need to eat something. Hey, I don't eat. You need to sleep. I don't. He constantly come up with, I don't do that because of this. But overall, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this. I don't know why I would be. But I'm definitely not looking forward to really anything else. I'm not a big fan of Jack of Hearts. I don't really know a whole lot about the character. Maybe I need to know more about that character, have a base on him in order to really move forward with the story and find it interesting. But I'm just not into this whole let's drink coffee and talk kind of stuff, It's just not me. Like I said, unless it come out with another cool cover for number 3, I probably won't be picking She-Hulk up. Like I said, I really like that Gwen Wolverine cover. That was the only reason I really picked that up. There's another Gwen cover I picked up, but I did not read the title. And I said, when I apparently ordered some of the Gwen variants, I ordered all of the Gwen variants, or my shop put them all down for me. That's Spider-Woman number 20, the Gwen variant. Don't care about that. Didn't even read it. Spider-Man number 91, What Lurks Behind Door Z. I haven't been reading this, but I'm still picking it up for some reason. I don't know. I should be reading that while I'm picking it up. I didn't read Spider-Man, but if you read Spider-Man, let me know what you thought, or what the story is going. I know it's ending soon too, like a few more issues and it's supposed to be ending. So I don't know. So now I see why my wife got rid of this camera because it keeps kicking me off. Magic Order number 5, and this Magic Order 2 number 5. Um, kind of behind on this too, but I'll finish picking this up. I really love that first volume of Magic Order. That just from that first issue grabbing me, where that little kid gets hypnotized or possessed to go in there with a knife and kill his dad or kill her mom's boyfriend. It's pretty crazy. What if Miles Morales became Captain America? I hated this book too. What's up with all the Gwen variants in Marvel? I think it's just something annually they do. Um, I don't know if Gwen's making a big comeback or what that's going on there, but I don't know. I don't know why they're doing all the Gwen variants. They have some kind of variant, the whether Wolverine variant or Spider Woman variant, whatever, every month. It seemed like. So what if Miles Morales became Captain America? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like how um, the language isn't here, and maybe it's because I'm an old fogey, right? I just don't get it. I can't connect with it. When he says stuff like, let me see, I'm trying to read a balloon. John Romita and someone else is coming out with a new Amazing Spider-Man #1 in April. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that. Trying to find a word balloon in here that I could read that made me kind of go, But yeah, the language in here and how Miles Morales is talking. And like I said, I haven't read Miles Morales Spider Man, so maybe this is how he normally is in his main title. This seems kind of juvenile. Not very adult. I guess I'm a juvenile, right? Um, and it just did not hit me, and I am not interested at all. Now I know that there's supposed to be a #2 where he's becomes Wolverine or gets Wolverine's powers. But overall, yeah, no, this is pretty boring, and I almost stopped reading it about halfway through. So this is definitely not my thing. I said maybe somebody else's, sure, why not? But definitely not mine. So this is a blast for me. Bum, bum, bum. John Romita. Oh, John Romita Jr. I'm assuming your time, but I don't think Romita's doing any more um, art at all, or maybe not. Another one that was kind of botched for me for the language was Strange #1. This is where I think her name's Lilith. That's Doctor Strange's wife or ex-wife. She ends up getting the powers of the Sorcerer Supreme after Doctor Strange's death because he's the one that said, "Hey, um, I want you to have these powers." Doctor Doom comes in and says, "Hey, I'm here to take the powers of Sorcerer Supreme," and so, she's fighting with him, saying, "No, how dare you come in my house and disrespect me? You're not getting powers; these were given to me." And I don't think the the what are they yeah, she didn't think that he should have the powers because it was said that was belonged to her. Uh, and then this sold. Would you like coffee? No, not coffee. But they do go to a medieval uh, medieval times kind of thing. They're looking for good coffee, so they go to this alternate dimension where it's like going to a street fair and yeah, going solo tonight, just like most of my life. Um, they go to street fair trying to find good coffee, and they end up getting attacked by somebody trying to take the Sorcerer Supreme powers from her again on this thing. I mean, she has some pretty badass moments where she's kicking ass, and these characters are like just based off numbers too. This gang that comes in and tries to wipe them out. Um, the Blasphemy Cartel, and each one of them has like there's 23, 9, 46, so each one of them has a big number on their head, and she just like blows through their their warded shields with her magic. I mean, see, that's a great action scene in here. Like, there you go. She's blasting that dude's face off right there. Number 46. That's pretty badass. But the whole like, hey, let's go find coffee, that kind of part. I don't know, dude. I'm not big into that. Um, but overall, I mean, I thought it was decent. Um, and apparently, this new character and Thunderstrike, Stephen Strange may be coming back on his own time or own timeline or whatever that, or when he wants to, or they're going to try to save him too. I'm not sure. Um, but overall, not too bad. Art germ cover. There's like a 1 in 100 with the Virgin variant. I don't know. But I'll pick up issue 2 on that just to kind of follow through that the rest of the way. Let's see. Batman Killing Time number 1. This is kind of a cool. Let's see here. Yes, medieval times. That me and Huey, just like Jim Carrey, Matthew Broderick, and Kayla Kyle. I'll be stalking Huey as my BFF. Killing Time number 1. This is kind of doesn't tie in exactly to what like the Batman, but it has all the same villains. It has the Riddler, has Catwoman, has Penguin in here, and they're all double crossing each other, just like the villains do. Killer Croc's robbing a bank across town, and then the Riddler's talking to a bank owner somewhere else, and it's all a big ploy to try to get Batman pulled away. And this is like I think it's based off of one of his early Batman career too. But I thought that was funny though that like Batman's fighting Killer Croc and talks about like getting punched in the face and losing like teeth because of it. I'm trying to find that panel. There's Catwoman. That's not it. That's not it. Yeah, right here it says at 5:29 p.m. Batman and Killer Croc near the end of their brutal fight. Batman loses 2 teeth in the brawl, and then but yeah, think about that. Being early in your career and already getting punched in the mouth and losing teeth. Your dental insurance plan must be crazy. But overall, I thought this was pretty good because, like I said, the villains are double crossing each other and what they've done for years in Batman storylines. Like trying to use each other for what they're able to bring to the table, but then dump them as soon as their usefulness is no longer there. So overall, I thought this was pretty decent. I'll definitely be picking up number 2 on this one. Although the Batman comic book scene right now is really bloated. Tons of Bat titles. That's the only downside to it. But it's definitely far better than what Detective Comics is doing. Even Batman is doing, I think. So, because it kind of go back to some of the classic Batman villains, for sure. Hey, Sleepy Reader. I'm all by myself tonight, just talking about some books. And actually, I'm on my last book that I got this week. And that is Batman 121. I got this. I think it's supposed to be like a Robert Pattinson. That definitely looks like his armor. You see, yeah, that's definitely armor, and definitely looks like his cowl too that he has in the movie. So no, I picked up that cover instead of. I might have picked up both covers. I don't know. Might have. Of course, Batman's everywhere. They're portraying it. They want to get people to go see that movie. So it still is part of Batman Incorporated and Lex Luthor, and Batman Incorporated is trying to kick Batman's ass, but they find out they've actually truly been undercover this whole time and double crossing Luthor. I really can't wait till the next story arc of Batman comes on. I think there's supposed to be a new creative team coming forward on it. This whole Abyss thing and the Batman Incorporated, I could really do without. I want to just move forward and get to the next thing. Batman Killing Time, I thought was a good read by King. Yeah, I forgot that King wrote that too. Yeah, Yeah. I can kind of see where that is King's writing too, just because of the very methodical, as in like 5:32 p.m. Where he really breaks it down, kind of like by each area, kind of very much, um, kind of military. I think that's what he's doing with that. I do not read the backup story at all, and this year with this, I don't know who this other female little Robin is. That's like 10 years old. I haven't been reading that at all. Like I said, Batman. I can't wait till it gets a new creative team for it. Oh, but that's it. I did get one other book, but it's not really a new book or anything. Here, I'll roll back here and I'll grab it. Oh, don't run over my cable. Did you say something back there, dipshit? I can't get my Deadpool head to work. I picked up this one too. This is just a reprint of issues 1 through 10, 1 through 11, 1 through 11. This is the Mighty Marvel Masterworks. They got Daredevil. Yeah, if you get the cover B, I think that's a store exclude. You can only get it by ordering them through your comic book store. So this has Daredevil 1 through 11 in here, which is kind of cool. Gives you the old classic comics. I think I have the Avengers, Thor, Hulk, all of those books in there. Come on, Deadpool, you gonna say something now? Trying to get him to talk. Come on. There he goes. No, he's working. Okay. It says he's on. Come on, talk, you little dink. That's my Deadpool head back there, though. Trying to get him to say something. Roll back here again. Come on.
Oh, I just had the most wonderful dream. And you were there. And you were there. Blondell? Ooh.
Yeah, I can't believe I spent money on that thing.
Now I can see your browser history. But don't worry, no judgment. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe a little judgment.
Only downside to that thing, I wish that he could connect to internet like Google does or Alexis does. That would be awesome. You say, hey, Deadpool, what time is the movie start or whatever that, or hey, Deadpool, set a timer for 5 minutes. That would be awesome. I would love to have that. That would be cool because I mean it gets kind of old because you can only make them do so much through the app, and but
Oh, I forgot. I gotta take Squirrel out of the blender.
so it's kind of a fun thing. I think I've only turned them on a few times and set them on my shelf. Um, it's worth $100. Probably not, unless you're absolutely crazy Deadpool fan.
Since he was a wee anvil.
So I'll go grab him. I'll go grab him. Come here, Deadpool. So there he is.
I like my X-Men with big guns and full pouches.
Yes, I'm an adult and I buy shit like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and bounce on out of here. That's it for my show tonight because Mike didn't show up. I had some other great jokes. We're gonna hopefully bounce off each other, but that he was busy. So you say goodbye.
I gotta go. Gotta take Sabretooth for a walk.
I'm gonna go to bounce on air. Thanks everybody for jumping in here and check out the books that I've read this week and go see Batman. Definitely go check that out. It was a fun movie, dark and brooding. All right, later, guys. Get it, bump it up.